I want you to fail. Now, I don't mean I want you to take a losing trade. I mean, I want you to fail. I'd actually go as far as saying that failing is one of the most important things you will do in your life. Now, I'm just about to head to Wales for the weekend, so let's get in the car and then I'll tell you exactly what it is I am talking about. Okay, so failure. Why is failure so important and why do I want you to fail? Well, first of all, we need to actually consider the word failure. The word failure has connotations of being something negative. It's something to be avoided. We're taught as we're growing up. We want to try and succeed. We don't want to fail at things. Now, the problem with that is, well, first of all, it's a massive injustice because failure is absolutely essential to growth. No matter what you want to do and what you want to achieve in life, you have to be willing to experience failure. Now, what tends to happen for a lot of people is because of the way we view failure, we tend to sort of be pushed into this very narrow lane of life. You sort of work your 9-to-5 job, you don't stray too far from that lane of life, which is following through the motions because you don't want to risk, you don't want to experience failure. Now, the problem with that is that type of life, not for everyone, but for a very large portion of people, leaves us feeling like we're just going through those motions and it's like a mind-numbing misery. We're doing what we think is right, but something in our head is telling us that there has to be something else. And the something else is on the other side of failure. If you are willing to put yourself out there and you're willing to fail at things, you're going to grow and you're going to start achieving things in your life. It can't be done without failing. Failing is actually a positive. When I was, growing up, I was like everyone else. I viewed failure as something to be avoided. And I did for a very long time just have my head down and I just started going through the motions of life, what I'm told or what we're taught to believe we should do as we are growing up. Now, as an aside from that, I also experienced a lot of failure. I think my first real sort of introduction to failure when I was pretty young. I was only maybe about 11 or 12 years old, and I decided I was going to start my first business. Now, I still have a passion for sort of cleaning cars. I'm one of those really sad people. You'll find me out on the weekends sometimes, I'll have the polisher out on the car, I'll be cleaning the exhaust tips. That's the kind of person I am, and I quite enjoy doing it. So I was a young kid, and I decided that I was going to start a car cleaning business. Great idea, right? So what I did was I saved up my pocket money, I bought cleaning products, I printed out leaflets, and I handed them all around my street. Now, the problem was that I lived in the middle of nowhere, and there were only, I think, maybe 7 or 8 houses on the entire street. So I was very quickly faced with failure. I had one job in the entirety of that business, one job. And then I had all these cleaning products, which I didn't have anything to do with, but my mum and dad made sure that I got good use out of them because I was able to clean their cars. But I didn't earn any money for that, unfortunately. So I failed at a very young age, and I've continued to fail throughout my life. And failure can be a negative thing. And the other problem with failure is that when it happens, it can almost be like a punch in the gut. And it's sort of, you get shaken and you think, oh, hang on a second. I don't actually know if I can do the things that I want to do. And it's scary, right? It's scary. When you fail at something, it's scary because you suddenly realize that you're not this all-powerful thing, all-powerful person who can achieve whatever you want to achieve. But failure can also be a positive. It can teach you things. With that car cleaning, I want to say business, but it's not really a business. With that car cleaning catastrophe, it taught me that I need to consider my environment before looking for a business opportunity. So it did help me grow. It set me back initially, and I lost all my pocket money that I'd spent on these cleaning products, but it taught me a valuable lesson. And never again did I try and launch a business on that street because there wasn't enough people to launch the business to. So wherever you are right now in your life, I can almost guarantee everyone watching this video, you the person who's watching this video right now, you have something you want to do, but there's something holding you back. You're a little bit scared. You don't really want to step out of that lane of life. You don't want to test your safety net. You don't want to start stepping away from the safety net. If you continue to follow down that path, you are going to continue having the same results in life that you are having right now. If you think, or if you are having a fantastic life, absolutely great. You don't need to watch this video. If you're watching this video and you do have something you want to achieve, and you do have that fear, you need to understand that failure is not a negative. You're going to try lots of things in your life. You're going to fail at lots of things in your life. As I've mentioned, I've failed over and over and over again, but because I'm willing to put myself out there and fail, there's also times when I succeed. And the times when you succeed, you don't know when they're going to be. But the more things you're willing to try, and the more things you're willing to give everything you've got for, you're going to start working towards your achievements. So a couple of examples from me would be, well, first of all, trading. It's a trading channel, it's Decisive Trading. Everyone, all of my friends, when I said I wanted to learn to trade and I wanted to become a trader, they thought I was absolutely crazy. They said it wouldn't work. And it's a fair reaction because it's a very large failure rate in trading. But I was willing to sort of put myself out there, and I was willing to take the risk, and I was willing to fail. And I did fail badly for a couple of years, but I kept pushing because I knew I hadn't given it everything that I could give yet. And then I knew in the end, if I failed, at least I tried. At least I was happy that I'd given everything I could give. The same thing with writing. I've always wanted to be a writer, and I write a lot. When I first told people that I wanted to be a writer, again, you can't be a writer. How are you going to be a writer? It's so many. I'm getting a thumbs up from someone. There we go. You can't be a writer. It's so difficult to become a writer. I didn't do very well in school in terms of English, so how can I be a writer? But I kept doing it. I kept pushing toward my goal because I was willing to fail, and then eventually I did get a lot of rejections. But I got also 2 short stories published. Because I was willing to fail, I was willing to put myself out there, I was willing to put the work in, and I'm still working on a book. And I fully intend to work on that book until I believe it's ready to be published, and then I'll start sending it out. I'm not sure if you can see the Decisive Trading mascot in the background. I am dropping my dog off before I head down to Wales. She'll just sort of pop up and lie back down every now and again and continue to look magnificent. She's really the reason why everyone watches the Decisive Trading videos, in the hope that they get a view of her. So, failure. I'm kind of joking around a little bit, but it's a very, very serious subject, and it's something to consider. If you have something in your mind that you want to try, but something's holding you back, maybe it's that fear of failure, but maybe it's also the fear of what other people are going to say if you fail. You need to be willing to face that failure head on. You need to be willing to reframe the failure and think, okay, I might fail, but if I do fail, at least then I'll know that I wasn't, let's say, I wasn't built to do what I was aiming to do, but I gave it my all, and now I know. And you will learn lessons in your failure. There is no better teacher to help you advance in life than failure. If you're willing to fail, you will succeed in life. I can almost guarantee you, in fact, I'll guarantee it. If you are willing to put yourself out there and try the things you want to try, and you're willing to give it your all, you have to be willing to work. You can't just be saying, okay, I'm willing to fail, I want to be a trader, or I want to be, I want to go to the gym and lose all this weight. You have to be willing to put in the work. If you are just going to start putting yourself out there but not putting the work, you're going to fail and you're not going to learn anything. All you're going to learn is that life isn't easy. Life isn't easy, but if you're willing to put in the work and keep doing it over and over and over again, eventually things will start to click for you. It's like, I don't want to get into sort of esoteric stuff, but it's like the universe eventually says, you know what, it's a lot of effort holding this person down. Let's just get the hell out of his way and let them do what they want to do. Okay guys, so that's pretty much everything for this video. Hopefully I have conveyed how strongly I feel about failure, and now you understand why I want you to fail. I'm serious about that. I do really genuinely. The reason for this channel initially was just to help people. It was to do with trading, but I also want to try and help people just in general terms. If you've got something you want to do, stop letting fear of failure hold you back and just go for it. Okay guys, I'm James Orr. As always, I hope that was helpful, and thank you for watching.